If you have a marathon coming up and you don't know how to eat before and during the race, this is for you. For my folks running the San Diego Rock and Roll Marathon tomorrow, I hope this works. I've run 3 marathons and an ultra marathon, and I have never cramped or bonked using this strategy. Okay, so I'm going to walk you through it. Let's say you've got to be on the start line taking off to run by 8 a.m. I'm going to wake up 3 hours before and roll out of bed and immediately get a liter of water, 32 ounces, or what is it, 33.8, and I'm going to put 2 elements in there, and I'm going to sip it slowly. A lot of electrolyte at once can pull a ton of fluid into your GI tract and upset your stomach, so you want to sip slowly. I'm just going to sip on that liter throughout the course of about an hour. For breakfast, I'm going to have about 100 grams of carbs with just a little bit of protein. I like eating low fiber on race day. I don't want anything sitting in my stomach for a long time, but I do want a little bit of protein on the front end for some satiety, because this can be your last solid food for a long time. So I typically have like 3 Eggo waffles, and I just layer them in syrup, full calorie syrup, and I have 3 eggs. As you can see there, Eggos and syrup, 3 eggs. I'm also going to have 1 very stiff black coffee. With that coffee, I'm going to go for a walk, stretch, just some very light movement. The goal of the black coffee and the walking and the movement is to create what's called peristalsis in your GI tract. Basically, we want to get your stomach moving because we don't want that to happen during the race. Sip on fluids as needed, but you're pretty much good to go here. This gives you plenty of time for the food to digest. You should have time to go to the bathroom. 30 minutes before, I have 1 gel. I use goo. It just works well with my stomach, and I like the texture. Use whatever you like. All right, now the gun goes off, the race has begun, and we're getting into intra or during the race nutrition. Very simple. Every 30 minutes or 40 minutes, depending on how I'm feeling, I will have 300 milligrams of salt and 25 to 30 grams of carbohydrate. Depends on the gel. Goos are 25. I did have 30 to 40 grams an hour in London, and I felt pretty good. How I'm doing this practically, I buy the Noon hydration tablets. 1 tablet is 300 milligrams of salt, and I have 1 goo gel. I just chew up the Noon tablet and try to time it up with an aid station so I have a sip of water to knock it back with. You're supposed to put them in water and let them dissolve. I don't worry about that. And I'm simply repeating that every half hour. Do not get behind. Stay ahead. Once you're behind, you cannot catch up. I stop at every single aid station that I can and sip on the water that they have, and I even will sip on electrolytes if they have those. Last 5 miles, I'm hammering any extra salt and carbohydrates that I have. I typically bring a couple of extra gels and just sluck them down to try to get every ounce of additional performance boost that I can. Like I said, this has never failed me. I have never cramped. I have never bonked. And I feel great and super fast. Also, eat your carbohydrates the days before. But that's another video. It isn't easy, but it is simple. Don't overcomplicate.